down there? Who's down there? It's Fergus. We're off. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Jill. Cool Jill Pounds, for reminding everybody to hit that like button. I appreciate it. Thumbas. We're all about the thumbas. And we're also about the comments. So you guys that are leaving comments they're wonderful. If you're coming in on a replay, we love your comments too. Apparently, some days I just look at the computer and just say, YouTube, what do you want? What I'm going to want right now is to get this show started. So, Craft Roulette presents In Review. I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. This is not Craft Roulette. This is Craft Roulette Part 2, which is in review, featuring you, our card contributors. And you guys do such a good job. We give you 4 parameters each week. And most of you play, many of you, I don't know most, probably most of you play week after week after week. We have some new people coming in all the time. Some people that have maybe not been making cards for a while with us. And then they kind of like a tidal wave. They just kind of come up and down. And that's fine. We have room for everybody. But what is Craft Roulette? Well, Craft Roulette, in a nutshell, is the ultimate original paper crafting card making game show challenge. And we are live almost every Friday night. And when we are here, we leave a seat for you at our worldwide craft table, because that's what we have. We've got people all around the globe, and we will be featuring 13 of them on World Card Making Day, which is the first Saturday in October. Make sure you go over to craftroulette.live for all the information. You can find it under episode special events. All right, that was a lot. This show is a relaxed show until we get to the last act. But otherwise, it's very, very relaxed. And we're just going to hang out here. I do have a card to make. I will give you a clue. It's weird looking. It's a weird looking card, but at the same time, there's something just really likable about it. So that will be your clue for tonight. This show has 3 acts. We have mail call, and I have a little to share. We have card slideshow, and we will be going over some of those cards for a nerd. Brilliant job, everybody. Anyway, we will be covering that in a minute. And then the fast-paced, the interactive game show, or game, Whodunit, where I will be stealing some art from the current gallery, and you get to guess, if you want to, you get to pretend you are Columbo, Kojak, Jessica Fletcher, whoever you like to think of yourself as, and Perry Mason, Paul Drake, who else? I don't know. But you can pretend to figure out who you are and then try to catch me. And if you do catch me, yeah, there you are. You can get a Krog. That is our Krog frog right there. Sometimes I think we're going to get a zip code. We have so many characters. Anyway, let's start out with what we always start out with, an very exceptionally bad dad joke. Thank you so much for being here, Chatterbox. And if you're watching the replay, and I know a lot of you do, thank you for joining us on the replay. It's amazing that you guys would join us. It just is. And I don't want to take that lightly. I think we're not a big channel. And I think it's just marvelous that you are so into each other's friendships and into these crazy shows that we do. But do you know what a baby computer calls his father? I thought this was earlier in the book. Anyway, do you know what a baby father? No. What a baby computer calls his father? Data. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Now, Mr. JD says dad, 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 dad. And he's trying to say Gunny, so yay for him. That's a very cute thing. I made him a box yesterday. He was excited. I'm going to go ahead and say another one because I think I've already said that one. Why are elevator jokes so good? Oh, I do like this one. They work on so many levels. That's a good one. And did you know, I have told this story. That was a good one. Thank you, exceptionally bad dad jokes. I've told this story before, but when we were at Paperganza, somebody asked me about Paperganza in the elevator, and I started talking about what we were. We were this card making thing, blah, blah, blah. And he said, "Are you a part of it?" Because I had my Paperganza t-shirt on it. And I said, "Yeah, I am." And it was part of Craft Roulette. And I was starting to tell him all the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge. And then it's just a hard thing to explain. And so to that, I didn't mean to have this segue, but it's quite good. So I'm going with it. To that, I do have a Facebook post that says, "What did you not understand about Craft Roulette when you first joined Craft Roulette?" Which is all free, by the way. You don't have to make any promises. Give us, you don't have to sign a lease to be on here or anything. No mortgages, nothing. It's all free. But but we do have a lot of tradition. We have a lot of lore. We have a lot of words. We have a lot of inner workings that are Craft Roulette culture. And so we do have that over on our Facebook group. That is Facebook Show. And you do have to answer the questions to get in. But anyway, it's kind of a thought. And it was just because I know some people are like, "I don't even get it." And then I don't get it for a couple weeks. But then all of a sudden I get it. So if you have a chance, you could go over there and answer that. What are the things that you would like me to explain? And so that we can have it in a place on our YouTube channel, right here on our YouTube channel. Oh, Mama Llama, what does YouTube want? Anyway, so we will have an answer for them. So I think that's a good thing, don't you? Don't you? Thank you for your help. All right, so shall we go to mail call? Yes, let's do. Oh, no, let's say thank you to our sponsors, Whimsy Stamps. I was talking to them today. They are so nice to work with. Such nice, like, it's a small company. Inky Stamper, also a very small company. We are so happy to be able to give their stuff away. Chelsea will be joining us later this month. And I've got it written down. Pajama Crafter Stamps. I'll never say it wrong again, I hope. Anyway, they're all giving away a $25 gift certificate every week this month. And to be eligible for our gifts, including a goodie bag and a Krug, you need to send in a card your card needs to be in our gallery. So if we can get you there, get that card in there, we will have you on the spinner. You do have an option to opt out, by the way, if you don't want to get in on the goodies. That's fine too. But boy, I really backed out. You can see you can see my incredible messy room. I was saying I'm really sidetracking tonight. I was saying on a Zoom call the other day, I was thinking about upgrading, so I could have a pretty place behind me. And they're going, no, don't do that. You're real. A real mess. So let's do one of those. So anyway, I am a real mess, and that's where I live, and it's my happy spot. I'm not going to apologize. Act 2. Showcase! No, I forgot what I was doing. Never mind. Cheapers. Mr. Producer, there's no hope for me. I'll go back to the mail call at the beginning of Whodunit. So, because I went on all those tangents. Oh my gosh, but I did remember the sponsor, so we're good. So, this week's parameters, were you confused by them? They were crazy. And they were fabulous at the same time. We got card for a nerd or a nerdy card. We had that on the wish list of several guests for the past month or so. Beach colors, hip for an element, and animal print. So this was my card. I have a hippo with glasses because apparently glasses make everybody a hip person or a nerd. And the hippo is he's hip, and he says you're hip. So he's on a stack of books, and my beach colors are Bermuda with the pink coral sand and the beautiful blue ocean. And my animal print, he's got animal print on him because he's got an animal hide, but he also has a little strip of zebra right down there at the bottom, kind of I don't know, but it worked. So that was my card. It was so much fun. It was fun to have Katerina on as well. She will be joining us from Germany at a normal hour on World Card Making Day 2. So if you have not gone over to craftroulette.live, I don't want to sidetrack. Go to craftroulette.live episode special events. There's a World Card Making Day. There is a button for you to register for gifts, so for giveaways. So don't forget to do that. And what was the other thing? Oh, community showcase on Saturday. What a great show! Lots of great well-kissed brains, well at work. And thank you again, everybody, for joining us on Saturday live in all the replays, and to our wonderful guest and Hat Trick for being my co-host. It was great. It really was. You guys did a super job. I'm looking forward to the next one in January. Christy Danielson from Minnesota, number 88. It looks like, see, books are just a great thing for nerds, but she's got books with titles. Pride and Prejudice. I can't read them from here. I did see this in the gallery, and I just laughed at the kitty. Kerwin would never wear glasses, I can guarantee you that. But she's got a card for a book nerd. That's so many different kinds of nerds. She used blues for the water, tans, and for the sand. Nice. Isn't that a good looking card? Cats have hips. Cards have hips too, I'm sure. And she thinks the sentiment is hip. Stay positive, my friend. That is hip. Added some paw prints, and the cat is similar to a tiger. Boy, there was a lot of thought into that one, Christy Danielson. I hope you had that moment where you went, I made it. And it makes me smile because that is a very, very fun card. It's a nice layout, too. Well done, all around. Pamela M. from New York, number 53. Hip, hip, hooray! There's multiple hip, hip, hoorays, and I think that was pretty smart. I hadn't even thought of that. And she's got a computer there. For a computer nerd, which we all know them, we do. Do we get to send them cards, and what do? We go, what? What do we do? Well, now we know. White, sand, gray, and silver colors from the beach. Hip, hip, hooray, sentiment. Wishing you a happy birthday, and it looks like a very nice sans serif font there. The balloon is cut from zebra animal print paper. Her son is a computer geek. That is so smart. Cork paper looks like sand. Oh, I did a thing on cork board. You know that really thin cork board that you can roll out, get rolls of? You can actually put that on a card. I won't say any more than that. I know Lauren Skelton's done it. It's really cute. But I did do a laboratory for some of our members on that. It's a cute card. It really is. Very, very fun to make. And that is very fun too, Pamela. I like it. Very clean. Very clean. Judy K. from Wisconsin, number 147. Definitely some hip, nerdy hippos. Did you guys ever read The Happy Hippopotamus? It's one of the classics of children's literature. The Happy Hippopotami on the sunny beach do lie with their hippie hoppo. I can't do it. But it's cute. It's a cute story, and I think I liked it better than my kids. But she's got some nerdy hippos there. A ballerina, ballerinas can be a dance nerd, a ballerina nerd, absolutely. And then, of course, the hippo with his pulchritudinous horn rims. Blue sky and tan sand. Hip in the sentiment. Hip, hip, hooray. It's your special day. I doubt that person, whoever designed that hip, hip, hooray, or those hippos, really thought maybe that all went together. But I bet they didn't think of you using a giraffe print tutu or dance floor. I thought that was a beach. And she's got her little umbrella and stars because she's a star. They can cut the rug. Oh, they're on a wobbler. He's on a wobbler. Oh, I like that very much. A little fun, a little play. All in a good card making day. Oh my, that should be a stamp. Thank you. Thank you so much for that cute card. Linda Veal. Oh, Linda's a nice lady. I've met her on Zoom calls. Super fun woman. Nerdy girl doggy. Enjoying the beach. See what I mean? This gallery is just so full of... It's so full of fun. It may not be the prettiest gallery we've ever had, but it is a fun gallery. And I think we can use that little shot in the arm there. It's a good thing. Seashells and bone in the doggy bowl. Look at that. And there she's got seashells, because dogs do, I understand, really like going to the beach. So, card for a nerdy doggy with eyeglasses. Do dogs wear eyeglasses? I think maybe I have actually seen some. She's got the basic beach colors that are very easy to see. Sentiment bone in the doggy bone. And the animal prints in the sand. That's a cute dog. He could almost fly with those ears. That's really cute, Linda. I'm glad you made it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us. Oh, this was in the chatter box before the show started. Some chatter about this crazy kitty from New Jersey. Look at that card. I don't know how she made it. I think she probably had to wiggle her nose. But 127 she has sent in. She is a great friend of Craft Roulette. She's just a nice girl. She was at Paperganza, and she put so much into her pod and the general experience of everybody at Paperganza. I'm still overwhelmed. Her hippie girl is boho chic and now hip. You know, I think I knew her in the 60s. Look at that. That hat is so hip. The zebra print paper. Pink zebra print paper. I didn't even notice that. That's why you have to read the description. Sometimes you really just need to have a little extra info. It's hard, especially when you've got certain elements that may need some descriptions because they're very personal and they're not just like flower, spring colors, A2, and then random sparkle. It's got something that's going to take a little bit of, I don't know how I'm going to fit this in, but I'm going to do it, and nobody's going to really be able to tell. It's a great card, but they may not be able to tell my thinking. So that's why we have the description, because it's fun to read your descriptions. And we also have the option of process videos for our members to join and tell us how they did that. So those are all on the table for you. And because you look at it and go, that is such a cool card. And then you read the background story and you go, what she was doing there, I can see it now. I love it. Crazy kitty. Chef's kiss. Susan McCune. Little JD, if you're needing a little chocolate. Little JD sat on the front porch last night when I was leaving and just went. I wanted time to stop. It's just so cute. Susan McCune, number 44. Look at the SpongeBob. Nerdy card. Look at all those squares. It's hip to be square in the sentiment. And then she augments that sentiment with all those wonderful square frames. And the paper behind SpongeBob is an animal print. I've never seen him. I don't know that he's a nerd, but I will take your word for it. Does he have a mustache? No, those are his glasses. I was going to say, add a mustache is still on the board. You might want to keep that in mind. That is adorable. So cute. I know he's a great little character to use in fun cards. And is that the envelope too that you included, Susan McCune? Oh, I love these guys. You guys are so good. It's a cute card. Super well made. Nice thoughts. Tara from Washington. By the way, Lenine, Tara wanted to know the name of your store. I keep thinking I'm going to tell you that, and I have forgotten. So Tara wants to know the name of your store that you work at. I'm sure you guys can figure something out. You both are in the Paperganza group. Thank you for sending in this card so I could remember that. Now I don't have to anymore. Did you make 3? Okay, she says, big stretchy pants this week, but I love them. And she was able to make a half a sheet load. Oh, well done. I love it. I watched Crafty Owl this morning which a paper nerd loves. Yes, indeed. That's really cute. That's one of the cutest ones I've ever seen of that design. The card is for a paper nerd like her, and it's her first love is card making. Look at those swimsuits. It's beachy. So she brought the beach idea into her imagery. She's got embellishments from Trinity stamps, which are always hip. Nicely done, Tara. And swimsuits have a starfish print. A starfish! And Google, HEY Google says it's okay. Okay. Well, kiss mine stretchy pants. How can you fail? I love it. Jill Pound's wife of Cool Johnny, number 58. Card for a nerd. I was just looking at my mail going, why is that still on my desk? Card for a nerdy son. Beach blankets, hip hip hooray sentiment. There's that hip hip hooray again. The washi tape is animal print. Isn't it fun to go through your stuff and find ways to use these parameters, though? Submitted during the community showcase. I was glad you were there. That was fun. That's really, really cute. I love those glasses. I wish I had some. That's a darling, darling dog. Let's do this one more. Number 90 with Vanessa K. She made a hippo with some nerdy glasses. HB2U. I think that's pretty hip. And you can see the zebra and leopard print nicely represented there. And she has a hippo looking hip. Yes, I think so. Is it nerdy? I think it's hip to be nerdy. I have never liked... Oh, truth be told. She says, I have never liked HB2U, but it seemed to fit the parameter. And oh, how those prints clash. So nerdy. They do, but they don't. You know? Think of some of those HGTV shows that they used to have. Trading Spaces would have totally used these colors and patterns together. And then the person who neighbor did it to him. Oh, but it looks good on a card. I just don't think it would be good in a living room. Maybe Andy Warhol. You just never know. Somebody may see that card and say, I want to do my whole house in that. No comment. Let's go on to Act 3, shall we? Because we love Act 3. Act 3 is Whodunit. And I'm going to tell you about Whodunit. And then, so I'll read you the story about Whodunit, or the rules about Whodunit. Then I'll do this. But let's first get our wits together. That's not as easy as it seems. And talk about Whodunit, shall we? I think I have another thing. Let's do the rules. I could do this show every day and I'd probably never remember. So Whodunit is the fast-paced interactive card detective game. And you are invited to play. You don't have to. The object of the game is to be the first card detective to correctly solve the mystery of Whodunit and provide the clue that broke the case wide open. The details are, you know the details. I will be making a card based on a card from the most recent episode's gallery. That would be 283. My project, well, you can just look in the gallery or the episodes and look for Katarina Tarta's cute little picture, and that you'll know that's it. This one, the most recent one. My project will be inspired by a selected card, and it will not be a perfect copy. Believe you me, it is not. It's once again, it is a wacky, wacky card. There will be clues, and it's. I'm not sure if it's like so hip, it's cute and remarkable, or if it's just like somebody was trying to be really hip and it should be on the clearance rack at Walmart. I'm just not sure which way it goes. There will be clues in my project, but it won't be as easy as finding one match because I know how to hide things. I know how to be sneaky, and I will do the best to my ability to do those things. To play the game, you must be present during the live stream. To participate, you'll need to have the correct gallery on craftroulette.live open to look for clues, and that would be... Somebody's going to put it in the chatter box. To solve the mystery, type at Craft Roulette. That's the first thing in the chat, followed by the name of the crafter you believe inspired my card. And the third thing is you have to add the clue that you found that solved the case. Be the first to solve the mystery of Whodunit correctly in the live chat, and you'll be tonight's winner. You will win a Krog, and as Hat Trick Smith said on the community showcase, what is a Krog? Well, it is the most coveted prize in the Crafterverse, a Craft Roulette original giveaway, a Krog. Craft Roulette original giveaway. There you go. See, that's just how we do. That's just how we do. Again, you don't have to play. You can sit back and watch everybody else scramble. That's kind of fun to do, too. I would not be able to play. I would be too nervous. So if it makes you nervous, maybe don't. But if it doesn't make you nervous and you want to give it a try, you can. There's nothing that says you have to make one guess or 10 guesses. It's all over the place. You do what you want to do. We're kind of like that here, you know? It's true. Shall we go down to paper? And I'm going to do the mail. Oh, my stars. Oh, goodness gracious sakes a days. I got a card from my buddy, Aline. And I said, you must really like me. I didn't say that. But she doesn't like to color. And look what she did. She colored and she die cut and she layered and she cuted. She definitely cuted. Look at that darling little scarecrow. I think that's a Dares to be Artsy stamp. And probably die because that's what Aline uses a lot. Because Aline likes to support her because she's here locally. And I do recognize that as Cindy's paper. It's really cute. I miss hanging out with you. See, she's hanging out. That's very clever. Thankful for you. You're the pick of the patch. I love how she does the inside too. And we do have a girls' day planned. I'm excited. Thank you, Aline. You are so good at sending me cards. I am so bad. But, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is my mailbag right now that I need to take out. And there is just a lot. So much in here going all over the world. If you have been looking for something from me for a week or two, it may be in that bag. Or you may be looking longer. So I got a package here from Amanda. So she re-upped me on some wonderful Pear Blossom Press products. Let's look at them. Because, you know, seeing them all at once, it's pretty impressive of all the different kinds she has now. And these are all different. And then she's got her new snaps. So if you have something, you know how you used to have to, in the olden days, we used to put a penny on the inside of a track for a track. And then you'd have the track that we had to cut by hand with an X-Acto knife. And then put your image on something and your image so that you could slide it or spin it. But she's got these cool snaps and slides. I'm showing them upside down. And so it takes care of everything. And they're all kind of flat and they snap together. I think they're cool. And I am looking forward to getting some things moving. And so she's got She also included a little die here, Likes to Move It dies by our friend Inky Stamper. And so you can just have some die cut your holes or your tiny slides. And I know there's some other, Trinity has some bigger slides too. So it's fun. We just have a good time. And then she also has sticky spots or like snot dots and to be able to use on these products. So we've got one light that is not, you don't just get one light, but you get a whole bunch of them. And those are the really easiest ways. If you've never done a one light, this is the easiest Pear Blossom Press product. But none of them are hard. And then there's Easy Light, and you actually have 3 little lights there. You can move them all over the card front. Here, they've got them in that, just that little, here we go, come on. Here, they've got it just in those 3 little candles. Here we have the Halo Light. I was going to get out some of my lights, my lighted cards, I forgot. And then that's got a circle. It's got a circle, but she's so smart. She also has 1 lights inside there, so she didn't waste any room. So you get 1 halo light and then 2 1 lights. And Amanda will be, again, hosting with me on World Card Making Day because it was her idea in the first place. It will be our 3rd one, and we will have 13 guests representing 7 different countries. It's truly a World Card Making Day. And twinkle lights, they actually flicker. So very, very fun. It's 3 of them. And they also have these. Don't be afraid of the wires. You don't have to make any circuits. They're all made up. You just have to add the battery and put a push place because the push place is right here somehow. You push it, but see, there's the battery. Everything's included. You don't have to get your own batteries. They're all there. And candlelight. And candlelight is the magic one. We thought these were magic, and then they came out with candlelight, and there's 2 of them. And these are the ones that you blow out. So you can put them on birthday cards, etc. And once you light them, they're on for, I think, 60 seconds if you don't blow them out. But then you can blow them out, actual breath, like that. Amazing. So fun. So fun. Thank you, Amanda. Then, Stacy, nice Stacy Cobb sent me something. Looks like she went shopping and forgot what she bought. So she bought a couple extras, I believe. And so we've got a Sizzix Thinlet set here. That will make a beautiful addition to a goodie bag. We have a nice stamping mat. Wow, that from Creative Expressions. And look at the size of this stamp set. I don't think you can appreciate how big this is. Probably in that. Let's take a look. This is a massive stamp set. I don't think I've ever seen one this big. It's 8.5 by 11. Well, I thought it looked familiar, but it looked familiar as paper, not as a stamp set. So that is just gorgeous. That will be a wonderful thing to add to some goodie bags. And Stacy, so glad you thought of us when you got a few little extra things. And that will be a real bonus for somebody. They won't all probably get them all, but that will be a great thing. So I can make some great cards. You'll be able to make some great cards. It's all going to be so fun. Okay, so I looked at Mama Llama, by the way, and I said, you want to see my sketch? But she's really not ready for prime time. So I'm sorry. She's right there. And she just isn't quite ready for us all. So I'm not going to be able to show it to you tonight. It wouldn't, I don't think so. But I'm trying to find something here I can show you. Oh, well, here you go. So here's something, I like to do sketches every morning. So here's one that just says, Dear Mama Llama, here's my drama. Until I have my Mama Llama up to snufferoonies, this is just going to have to work for tonight. And tonight's Dear Mama Llama. Oh, my stars, are you ready to groan? Because this one is a groaner. This one's a true groaner. It is from Andrea Batts-Latson, who I don't think probably ever quit smiling, but she says, "Dear Mama Llama, here's my drama. I don't have enough crafting space." There's no answer. It doesn't matter how very, very much bigger you get your crafting space. It is still going to be too small. So it's your drama too, Kamado. I know. Sylvia Torres is feeling the pain. She is in one accord. Samesies. Kalinda is right there. Never enough crafting space. Just anyone. See, Andrea, we are all with you. We all understand. And we share your pain. All right, let's get on with Whodunit. Let me get... I don't need this much space. We don't. Okay, I didn't forget you this week. Here you are. Come on. Hey, Decoy Duck, how are you? You're happy? Why are you so happy? Because you know I'm going to get caught early and we can go watch baseball? Oh, Decoy Duck. That's not going to be true because we have a tech call after this. So it's not going to be an early night. It's okay. It's a good thing to do. It's good. It makes you happy if I'm happy? Decoy Duck, you're my kind of guy. You have anything else to say? Good luck in duck, as we all know. What that means. Good luck in duck. Oh my gosh, this card, it's just haunting me right now. It's looking at me. And it's just making fun of me. I see Lenine in the chatterbox. And I was making these little birds during a Zoom call. Was that Friday? And I wanted to show you. They're really cute. And so I even showed a couple people on the Zoom call Tuesday, Monday. And they were like, "Oh, those are so simple." So I'll try to get that so you can figure it out. It's so easy. It's so easy. But they were inspired by a fabric artist. Okay. That's enough. That's enough. I am like over the moon, crazy distracted. Apparently, I didn't really prep right before this. I kind of been doing that mail all day and then time got away. All right. Thankfully, it's not my first rodeo. So, September was when we first started this game, and I can't remember if it was 2 years or 3 years ago. But it started as Guess Who, and then we changed it to the Whodunit game. Okay. So you can see what I've got. Is this next? I do have these laid out better now these days. There's some pretty. Where did we put you? I don't know. Maybe I need to go back out. Whoa, no. There we go. Am I caught yet? Am I caught? Oh, look who's back. It's Decoy Duck being a decoy, I believe, and he's a decoy duck with a page protector and nerdy glasses. Decoy Duck, you really are a kind of a nerd, aren't you? He says he is. He's a nerd of craft roulette. By the way, the slow mode is on. If you make a comment or suggestion or try to bust me a new one, it will take a minute before you can make your next comment. busting or whatever. Okay. I'm just laying it all here. Okay. This little guy is this. I cut this copy paper at the same time as I cut this card, and so it's not. It needs to be trimmed, and it's not going to be straight, and it's going to be okay. If you are the detective that busts me this week, and you don't like that it's not perfect, I don't need to apologize, but I will. And say, I'm sorry, you're not happy. But if I hadn't said anything, you probably wouldn't even really thought much about it. There you go. Because I want to make this fancy. And so that I've got this nice little liner in here. Because, I'm not fancy, but at the same time, I am. Marianne Hill always did this. I always thought it was classy. So now, I was thinking, now you can write on it, but the red you could have written on too. This is just green, but it's a lighter green. We'll say that's different. I don't know that it really is. Well, yes, it is. If I cut those, I can. You just should always have paper clips. That's not a clue. Oh, that's not what I wanted to use. I wanted to use this. Take that. Good. Good, 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 good. Now, what was I thinking? Let's think about the next step, shall we? This is where it starts to go wild. Really wild. I'm going to try to make it so it's not quite as wild as the original. There's the original buffalo hot wings, and then there's not so wild buffalo hot wings. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I have never had an original or mild buffalo hot wings, but I do know Popeyes have spicy and extra spicy and mild. But really, for them, I'm just all about their biscuits. And now that I've thought about it, it's going to be really hard not to stop thinking about it. It's a small world for my mouth. Okay. Let's wipe that off just a little bit. And then on my very neutral pants, we shall dry it. Wow, wow, wow. You guys are doing great. But apparently not great enough, because I'm still on the loose. So I didn't have the right colors in my Catherine Pooler's inks. That's why I pulled out the old ones. My old Close My Heart inks. It seems funny to use them. And I forgot that their lids are magnets, or their ink pads were magnet. And so my dyes were getting stuck on them. Between that and my Glass Studio craft board, which is also magnetic, I had dyes a flying, but stuck at the same time. Stuck with the duck, which is kind of a happy place. Did I tell you JD can quack? He can. It's just kind of like, but I know it's a quack. Because he likes Raffi and Miss Rachel. And they both sing about the mama duck. So we are thankful for them and their wonderful tutelage for the youth of America. Yes, this is toned down. The other one was super bright. I think this will be better. Maybe it won't be quite as frenetic and beesy. I think that might work. I think that's probably enough. Off for later. I'm reading my instructions. And I don't remember where I was. We're going to add that now anyway. Now, cleverly, I remember to look where that little edge is. There we go. All right. The plan is moving along as we had discussed in the staff meeting for how to steal this art. What's next? So also on a Zoom call, I was making these scrap pages or on some copy paper, and I was using the oranges. There's a little bit of red stuck in there, but it was oranges and the browns, my neutrals. And so I made 3 of these. They're so fun to have. And then, so I used one just today for this project. They're fun to make. They're easy. I use icky old glue stick, and it works. It gets actually kind of hard, and you can run it through a embossing machine too, and it kind of softens the whole craziness. Soften the crazy. I think that's a good idea for the world and for myself tonight. I need to soften my crazy. Yet another paper clip. See, there's the little piece. And I'm going to put a little something on it. Where should we put? We can put 2. We can be absolutely. This is my little piece from Friday night. And I don't want that piece to ever come back in my life. I want it used into its purpose. So, it had a little print on the back too. I forgot. So we'll just, oh shoot, I can't use all of it. Well, I don't know. You know what? Let's just interact here. We're going to have a little intervention. Crisis averted. Okay, here's this. And here are these. Should I put some... I'll try putting a little tape around his... If we're going to do nerd, we better do nerd right, right? Oh, Todd. Now, if that were real tape, I should have gotten some... I could have gotten athletic tape or something. That would have been... Maybe. Maybe not. Do you ever get glue elbow from shaking your glue bottle? Oh, mama llama. I've got glue elbow. I know there's ways to avoid that. Okay, here we go. How are you doing? Are you stopping for some donuts along the way? You're probably getting kind of hungry. Some coffee and donuts. I used to, at the theater group that I worked, youth theater group, one of the dads was on the bomb squad. And I used to always laugh about him and his donuts. He was a good sport. Really good sport. Oh, I forgot something. It's such a good sport that he brought me a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts one time. That's a pretty good sport, don't you think? Ooh, that's not very well glued on there. That's the thing about silly old glue sticks. When you do these projects, they do get some loose edges sometimes. And oh, mama llama, all you have to do is go back and glue them down a little bit. There's no drama in that. For real, for real. Ooh, gluey eyeballs? My, what big eyeballs you have. The better to catch you with, my dear. Nobody's caught me yet. I'm still working. Still working. Still working, still talking. I forget to put that caveat at the beginning of this show. I will be talking a lot, even more than usual. I haven't talked that much today, so it's good. I've been holding back some words, so I had to have plenty for you tonight. Lucky you. Okay. How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, did I make it so hard again? I thought you would get me. Deputy Heidi's giving up? Oh. She's the one with the badge. I got it made in the shade. If she's giving up, I don't think anybody will catch me. Except that's probably not true. There's some sponge poo. Dauber poo. The card I am casing was really cute. That's a clue. Here's another clue. I did go a different direction with the beach colors, a little bit different than my inspiration card. Woo! he's flying. He can fly. Oops. And he can... No more flying for you. You just flew your wing off. That's serious business. Oh, see, there's one of those little magnets. It just went, that little pin. That zebra print looks pretty darn good now, I think. Okay, what's next? This is very bright. Yeah, I don't think you can see it as well as bright as it is, but it's very bright. That may be a clue. You know, we crooks, we're sloppy sometimes. And we just do things that could give us away. We're getting close. This is starting to look like I'm a getaway. As Amy Powers said last week, getaway car is warming up. Actually, there's a whole bunch I can still do, so don't get nervous. It'll be okay. What is it about me? I like to get caught. Is that like a sick thing? Do I need counseling? Do I need therapy? Try not to get caught, but I like being caught. I think I probably a little bit loony. Your garden variety loony. Just when I start getting full of myself. Never fails. Soon as I think I got it made, I see who caught me. Whoa, baby. Soon as I think I get away with it, what happens? I hear the chime of finality. Is that the right word I want? I don't know. Well done, somebody. We will reveal you in just a moment. Give everybody another minute or two to think about how close they were and if they ended up being right or not. He's kind of a cute little guy, isn't he? Wow, there's some good folks trying to catch me there. I am impressed with all of y'all. Oh, I wanted to take that off, but that's part of the doggone card. Okay. This may seem like nitpicking, but it actually has purpose for a clue. Throwing things. Isn't that pretty on the back too? Wow, I like it. But this little cute pattern on the front's just perfect. There we go. Stick to your work. I think. Except for the hootin' and the hollerin', which I could add, but no longer do I need to since I've been caught. This card is essentially done. And you will see what I mean about the hootin' and the hollerin' in just a minute, because it's time, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, to find out whose card I cased and who cracked the case wide open. Don't look if you don't want to know. Yay! I cased Brian Dickey, who was like early on Craft Roulette supporter, friend. And I saw his card and I thought, oh, that little owl is cute. And he could be made with that cute little paper that I've made. So I did it, by golly. And this was the original. And so you can see I added hip, hip, hooray, which I will add to this one as well. But this is just a card front. I don't even have, it's not a card front because I have this. So there's the card. So that's tricky. Let's make sure that I explain myself before the jury. Are we ready? This was made by Brian Dickey. This was a 104th card. A card for a nerd or a nerdy card. He said his owl is nerdy. And he also put an apple, which I thought was kind of a nod to nerdy teacher type stuff. So I made apple tea. I used a mug and a cup instead of an apple itself. And definitely did a play on his nerdy owl with the big glasses and the funny looking eyes. And his little feet and beak are very bright orange, as was the paper I was using. He also did pattern piecing with some cheetah. I think a cheetah, some kind of animal print. And so I added some animal print to my little guys. Beach colors, he had said it was background was colors, and he also, beach colors on the background. He had a lot of bright colors, so I tried to make it bright, and then it got so wacky that I had to tone it down. So that's why I put the vellum on it. And then I made this one lighter also, so it wasn't quite as demanding. But I really liked his beach colors. And they were little droplets, so I thought that was cute. And since he had a little apple with the red and green, I pulled that into the background too with leaves. So I was trying to really do that, but not at the same time. And then you could kind of see his little spots back there. You could see little spots behind the doily, so I thought that kind of worked. It was not an obvious thing, though, not at all. Hip, he had it in his sentiment. Hip, hip, hooray. You would have gotten me for sure on that one because I was going to do the same thing. Animal print, he had the owl animal print. I added animal print in my owl. So that was my card. That was Brian's card. Congratulations. I'm so glad you gave me some inspiration, Brian, and sticking around for so many years. Thank you again. Amy Moore down the street in Peculiar, Missouri caught me, I guess, with the Craft Roulette and Brian Dickey Owl. So I will be sending this to you, Amy, along with an itty bitty gift. So I may have your address, but if you wouldn't mind going to the contact form and sending it to me again, that makes my life so much easier. And there's a chance I'll get it in the mail tomorrow. So you all caught me at once, huh? Oh, well, good for you, Amy, for catching me first. Nicely done. So, see, it really was kind of a wacky card. But it's kind of a wacky day. Wacky card. Kind of a wacky gallery, but I liked it. I really did like it. So, so did Decoy Duck. And he was glad to be a decoy in tonight's show as well. Oh my gosh, what a goofy group. Let's say thank you to our members. We love them. We appreciate them. I know you guys there's people that come and go there also. And we thank you for supporting us when you can and how you can. We love that. It's very, very much. No, it's not for everybody and we appreciate it. That's why we have the thumbs up and the ability for you to leave us a comment or add it in the chatter box. So just a nice word to say, I'm here. It doesn't have to be fancy. I know sometimes the chatterbox does go a little fast and it's a little bit intimidating. It's hard to watch the show and be in the chatterbox at the same time. But we all come to the show and do what we want to do. And there's no, you got to do this, you got to do that. You don't even have to let us know you're there. except for that thumbs up, we'd appreciate. And you don't have to even send in a card if you don't want to. You don't. You don't. It's just more fun when you do it to us and to me, when you get to do that thing, when you go, I figured out those parameters. I figured out this challenge. That's a good thing. Members, don't forget to vote your veto this week. That's over. You can find it on the dashboard on the member content. And join us, because we hope Christy will be able to join us Friday night. We had some, we're going to do a second tech call with her in just a few minutes. And hopefully we can have the internet so that it behaves. But if not, we will have another guest for you. But I hope it's Christy, because she's great. And I know you'd love to get to know her. So all the best to us as we kick off this tech call and make sure that it works. But, you know, it's just something that we make sure that it works, so that when you're looking at those little pictures, you get a good vision. So thank you, everybody. You are so very nice. Where's Charmaine? There she is. Charmaine is a fairly new bronze member. She was a friend of Deb Oren's, a medical person that was coming to her house. So don't underestimate all those people you meet. They may need Craft Roulette in their life. We thank you so much. We will see you Friday for somebody and me, and probably Christy. I hope so. And then next week we'll see you here on In Review. And don't forget to register for the giveaways on the World Card Making Day. It's gonna be good. And share that one too. What a day. What a day for a night. What a night for a day. Give yourself a big cheer, big kiss on the head, and we will see you soon. Thank you very, very much. Night night.